My name is Jake, and I've been driving long-haul trucks across America for nearly 15 years. In all that time, I've seen strange things on lonely highways, abandoned vehicles, drunk drivers, even the occasional wild animal wandering into traffic. But nothing compares to what happened to me in the Mojave Desert during the summer of 2017. To this day, I still avoid that stretch of highway whenever possible. I was hauling a trailer full of kitchen appliances from California to Arizona. It was an overnight run, and I was already exhausted. The desert was completely dark. Not city dark. Not country dark. This was a different kind of darkness. The kind that swallows everything beyond your headlights. My truck's headlights were old and dim. I'd been meaning to replace them for months but kept putting it off. Money was tight, and every dollar mattered. I remember squinting at the road ahead, gripping the steering wheel tighter than usual. There wasn't another vehicle for miles. Just me. An endless desert. The silence felt unnatural. Even through the truck's engine, the night seemed too quiet. About an hour before sunrise, something appeared in the distance. At first, I thought it was an animal crossing the road. I slammed on the brakes. The truck screeched violently. My trailer rattled. The smell of burning rubber filled the cab. I stopped less than 2 feet from a car. A bright red Ford Fusion. The vehicle sat directly on the double yellow lines. Not parked on the shoulder. Not partially off the road. Right in the middle. Its hazard lights blinked steadily. Tick. 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 The passenger door hung open. I grabbed a flashlight and stepped outside. The warm desert air hit me instantly. No wind. No insects. No sounds. Only the clicking hazards. As I approached the car, an uncomfortable feeling settled in my stomach. Something wasn't right. I looked through the open passenger door. The car was empty. Completely empty. No driver. No passenger. No signs of a struggle. Nothing. I checked the back seat. Nothing there either. The keys were still in the ignition. The battery powered the hazard lights, but the engine was off. Who leaves their car in the middle of nowhere and disappears? I should have walked away. Every instinct told me to get back in my truck. Instead, curiosity got the better of me. I checked around the vehicle. The desert stretched endlessly in every direction. Whoever owned the car couldn't have gone far. Yet there wasn't a single person in sight. I moved toward the trunk. Locked. I unlocked it using the key from the ignition. Still wouldn't open. Something inside was holding it shut. My pulse quickened. I folded down the rear seats and shined my flashlight into the trunk. At first, I saw only darkness. Then shapes. 3 black garbage bags. Large ones. Tightly tied. Beside them lay a coil of thick rope. The rope appeared to be tied around something deeper inside. I leaned closer. The smell hit me first. A sour, rotten odor. Not strong. But definitely there. I froze, then came the gunshot. Boom! The sound exploded through the desert. It felt like the entire world shook. I smashed my head against the roof of the car in surprise. For a second, my ears rang so badly I couldn't hear anything else. Then another sound emerged. A voice. Far away. Yelling. Hey! I spun around. Nothing. The darkness swallowed everything beyond my flashlight. Hey! Closer now. Much closer. My heart nearly stopped. I dropped the keys and ran. I sprinted back toward my truck. The voice continued shouting. Fast. Approaching. Every survival instinct in my body screamed at me to leave. I climbed into the cab and slammed the door. My hand shook as I turned the key. The engine coughed. Then died. No, no, no. I tried again. The voice sounded even closer. Then the truck finally roared to life. As I shifted into gear, movement appeared in the headlights. A man. Standing beside the trunk. Watching me. He was short and heavy-set. Maybe in his 40s. Messy red hair. Dirty overalls. Mud-covered boots. In one hand he held a small shovel. In the other, a hunting rifle. We stared at each other. Neither of us moved. Then he suddenly raised his free hand. Wait. His voice cracked through the darkness. Wait. He started waving frantically. Almost desperately. As though he wanted help. Or wanted me to stay. I wasn't interested in finding out which. I hit the accelerator. The truck gained speed. In my mirrors, I watched him run after me. For a few seconds. Then he turned around and sprinted back toward the red Ford. That terrified me even more. Why would he chase me? What was inside those bags? And why was he carrying a rifle? 5 minutes later, I started relaxing. Maybe it was over. Maybe I'd escaped whatever that situation was. Then headlights appeared behind me. Fast. Very fast. My stomach dropped. The Ford. I grabbed my phone and called 911. The dispatcher answered immediately. I explained everything while watching the car close the distance. Within seconds, the Ford was inches from my trailer. Its horn blared repeatedly. The headlights flashed. The driver kept trying to get my attention. I refused to look. I focused on the road. And prayed. For 15 terrifying minutes, he stayed behind me. Sometimes pulling alongside. Sometimes falling back. Always returning. Always watching. Then things got worse. The Ford suddenly sped ahead. Cut directly in front of my truck. And slammed on the brakes. I nearly jackknifed trying to avoid him. The trailer fishtailed. For one horrifying moment, I thought I was going to die. Then I saw flashing red and blue lights ahead. A police cruiser. The Ford reacted instantly. The driver swerved off the highway. Straight into the desert. Dust exploded behind him. Within seconds, he vanished into the darkness. Gone. The officer eventually took my statement. I told him everything. The car. The rifle. The garbage bags. The chase. Everything. He assured me they would search the area. They took down my number. Promised to call with updates. They never did. 3 months later, I stopped at a truck stop outside Flagstaff. While drinking coffee, I overheard 2 state troopers talking. One of them mentioned a search conducted in the Mojave Desert. Apparently, officers had found an abandoned Ford Fusion buried in a dry wash. The vehicle had been stripped clean. No fingerprints. No license plates. No owner. Nothing. Just one strange detail. When investigators cut open the trunk, they discovered traces of blood. Lots of it. But no body. No explanation. And no suspect. To this day, I don't know what was inside those garbage bags. I don't know why that man had a rifle. And I don't know why he chased me. Maybe he was hiding evidence. Maybe he was disposing of something illegal. Or maybe the truth was far worse. Sometimes, during long overnight drives, I still think about that red Ford sitting alone in the middle of the highway. Hazard lights blinking. Passenger door open. Waiting. As if it had been placed there specifically for me to find. And every time I remember the smell coming from those bags, I'm grateful I never looked inside.